Hey everyone, it's Gankun and hope you've all been enjoying BP7. Today we'll be doing a commentary on our most recent Galaxy Cup using BP7 cards. This is pretty much a day one event. Cards have pretty much only been out for a few days. Everyone's been putting together either decks for BP7 or just cards they have from previous sets. So first we'll do a deck profile and then go over a commentary for some of our matches. So just as a quick commentary with this new style of commentary we've been doing, we have here our Gaia Agul deck from day one. So what we have here, talking about the key cards, we're going to introduce the Gaia level 2 Triple R. This is the key card that redefines how you can play Gaia Agul. So with this one, being able to bounce a level 2, or sorry, a level 3 into your hand and then playing a diff one, you can do so many combos. You can pretty much combo your Gaia Triple R. You can combo your double bounces. This one just being able to set your opponent back a few levels and not lose any advantage with playing the new Gaia Triple R is amazing. And even a new card I've been messing around with this deck. So it really feels like you want a lot of draw to be able to sustain and pull as many pieces of your combo as possible. And I found that playing this Gaia level 3, if you're lead, you can draw a card to be really helpful to get those extra cards in your hand. And with the new Gaia cards, you're able to bounce this and even replace it to a better level 3 later. So a lot of different things you can do. So with this, we're just going to jump into our first match. So here we have a round one of our Galaxy Cup. We are playing a Dando, who will be playing Omega Meteor Kaiju, and we are playing our Gaia Agul deck. So some of the things about the deck while everyone's getting ready and shuffling and putting their cards together, this one is going very light on the Aguls. I have found that the more Aguls you have, you do get some extra draw and some extra bounces, but the worst case in this Gaia Agul deck is if you just don't have those combo pieces. And a lot of your combos will revolve around Gaia triples and your Gaia level 2s. So you want to maximize your Gaias. It is a trade-off. I do think there's other variations of this deck that'll play just as well, but this is what we're trying out deck one. So starting us off, we have played our level 2 Scene Searcher. We did not have a draw in hand, which puts us in a pretty tight spot starting off. So, but with this, this is actually important for us to take lead. Since we don't have any cards anyways, might as well go a 1-2. This will help us get an extra card from Scene and gives us an opportunity to get an extra card with that new level 3 Gaia card that lets you draw off your lead. So with this, we're going into turn 2. We do have lead. So we're trying to basically get as many of the pieces as we need for the rest of the game. And so a lot of the games I found so far, Gaia Ghoul, you really want to end up drawing 2 or 3 cards to just improve the chances you have those combo pieces you want. Any game where I just don't have more than one draw, I feel like it's almost impossible to get the combos you want without that perfect hand. So here we're taking lead, going to go all in, and playing this level 3 Gaia that lets you draw a card. So with this, we'll be able to draw a card and get that additional card. Hopefully we can make this work. So one thing I did want to comment, though it didn't play out in this matchup, with the Gaias, don't forget that your level 1 Gaia is 10k against Kaijus. So for this matchup specifically with Omega, a lot of times you see a Trigon being played turn 2. So if you do see this situation, it can come in handy where you play level 1 against their level 6 Trigon, you do have lead and you've only had to use one card. Any advantage like this, sometimes you got to take those shots and hope you're able to benefit. However, in this case, they did play their level 2 Omega. So we are hoping to come back from this though. So unfortunately, this was going to cost us lead, which is something we did want to play that same card. So here, Dando is going to take lead and play their Here Comes an Alien and try and get some cards. So one thing with this, you do want to try and take lead however you can. It's tricky to find how much you can commit without throwing away your lanes, but once you have your scene out, any bounce can really flip a lane or two, and that might be what you need to win the game. So here, both of us are having some awkward hands. We have no triples on the Omega side, and then we have no draw really, or key Gaia combos set up so far. So what we would be hoping for at this point is a Gaia level 2 triple R. With this, we could always take back our level 3 in lane 1 and then replace it with a much stronger level 3, or even move a level 3 into a different lane, like lanes 2 or 3. So with this, we're going into turn 3, and Dando has lead. So some thoughts on this game, like, yeah, a lot of these hands have felt like hit or miss with the outcomes of these Gaia games. When you definitely have your combo pieces, and you'll see some of this in the later matches, Gaia just destroys everything if you have that perfect hand, and there's very little your opponent can do when you have multiple triple R bounces and your level 2 is repeating everything. However, then if you don't have any of those combo pieces, it is a little trickier for Gaia to stay in the lead and be consistent. So with this game, we'll see what happens. Here we took a risk. If I were to replay this, I could have played the level 1 for additional draw, hoping I can get a chance to get some pieces, though at the same time, playing this did give me a chance to take back lead, though that was a surprise. I think with this, it is always really tricky because, as you'll see, if they level up lanes 1 or 2 with level 3s, it is very possible I could lose the game due to a Omega Rekiness bounce. But luckily we were able to take lead, so at this point, we really have to do our best to get all 3 lanes. We do have an advantage in lane 1, unless they hit some Rekiness and level 3s. Level 2, we don't have any, unfortunately, level 2 guys in our hands, so it's going to be a very tricky spot to get out of. But we're going to try and hope for a opportune bounce that will get us something to keep the game going. And yeah, hopefully with Gaia decks like this, if you can stall out the match, you sometimes have a chance to just come back from it. For example, like looking at this board here, if we can stall until we get that level 2 Gaia triple R, like this one here, you can do a lot to come back when you're able to get those multiple balances, reset up your board, move the level 3s where you need them, and then start some really interesting combos. So now it's going to all come down to this turn 4. We have Dando, so no level ups from our side. Currently, we're lead. And now it's the ball's in Dando's court to level up and take back this game. So we see here Dando's going to level up a lane 1. With this, I'm hoping that this is enough to still survive the game. We do a bounce. However, that's not enough to get out of this. So Dando is going to have that Rekiness in lane 4. That's going to win that lane against our Agul. And we'll have a BP grade up for him to work with, which for that Omega Triple R will do wonders for defeating our level 3 Agul here. So yes, we do have the bounce, but unfortunately that won't be quite enough to get us down to a win in lane 1. And unfortunately, there are no other targets since we didn't have any level 2 guys or level 3 ghouls to work off with a bounce. So I think with this, lane 1 is going to be a win with 18k. Lane 2 is a win with a Scene Searcher against our 3k, and Rekiness is a 9k against our Agul 6k. So with this, Dando will have all the lanes he needs to win this game. And I think with that, we're able to then go into game 2. So we start off with Omega taking the first win. And yeah, let's skip ahead, going into game 2, doing some shuffling, and we are ready to go. So we're hoping here that we get a better Gaia Ghoul showing. So what I've done here is I do take lead. Because we're playing that level 3 Gaia, that you get an extra draw when you take lead. We do like to play a little bit more aggressive and play first, whereas normally I'll play next player from the starting dice roll. So here we were able to get our level 2 triple R Gaia from the level 1 draw. So we're set up hopefully very well for a strong turn. This is definitely a card that you can kind of build up to with a combo. So as long as you have another level 1 in your hand, you can save this for a turn 3 or turn 4 play to really close it. And all you just need to do is make sure you're able to get that extra level 1. So now we do keep lead and we go into turn 2. And what we're looking for here is just setting up towards a Gaia triple. So with this matchup, you know that Omega has their triple R, which as a triple is extremely dangerous. So we're going to do our best to set up a triple where we can bounce. So in this set game, I did have a level 2 and a level 3 triple R in hand. So a lot of it is setting ourselves up to build to a really strong turn where we can bounce back any Omegas. So these are the 2 triple Rs that are really key in the deck that a lot of people will revolve their decks around. So with this, we will lose lead. They play level 5 Reckiness, whereas we have a level 1 Agul. But with this game, we've had 2 draws so far, and that puts us in a pretty solid spot. When you have at least 2 draws, ideally you have at least 1 or 2 of your key combos that can keep you going in the game. So we'll put our card back on the bottom and go prepare ourselves for turn 3. So some neat interactions is that if possible, I do like to play your level 2 that is an 11k or a 10k or a 12k double. This is because if you do bounce your opponent's card with the bounce effect, you sometimes need to bounce that card again back in order to use your Agul Blade or some other bounce related Gaia effects. Now, keep in mind though, if you're playing a Scene Searcher and, for example, like in this case, they have an 11k Omega, you'll end up losing that lane after both lanes bounce. So you want to do your best to play stronger level 2 cards. And in this specific case, though they do have an 11k Omega that does get a level 1 or a 1k bump when you reveal a Kaiju, this Gaia we play here from the starter deck actually has a BP grade up against the speed type. So it's a really solid level 2 Gaia to consider. It's 8k single, really strong, 11k double, still beats most matchups. And then added bonus, if your opponent happens to play speed type, you get a really sweet 13k. So I think with this, we're really set up in a good spot for lane 1. Having the Gaia triple R in hand, we can lock in lane 1, and now we just need to manage to win 2 other lanes. And by keeping the Omega bounce down, we have a lot of options to prevent them from getting extra Reckiness or Trigrons from their Omega triple R effect. So with this, going into turn 3, Dando has lead. And we're going to try and do what we can to go all in and take the game here. So this is, again, another combo we were talking about. With the Omega Triple R, you're able to do a bounce twice. So what this could look like is we bounce the level 3 from lane 1 and then can move it back to hand and with the Gaia level 2's effect, and then pretty much place it wherever they want. So even if they had played, let's say, a Reckiness a double in lane 3 and bumped itself up to 16k, we would still have the ability to play a level 3 guy there instead. So yeah, so with this, we're able to get a really strong turn. These are the kind of hands that you really want to see when you're playing Gaia, and being able to draw 1 or 2 cards will definitely get you much closer to having this setup. Pretty much with this one, unless your opponent has more than 10k in lane 2, there's very few ways they can actually get out of this one. So very quick win for lane 2. You like to see it with Gaia, you get what you need, and going into game 3. So both at this point, both Dando and I have a win, and we're looking to figure out who can get the first round of Swiss for Galaxy Cup. So fast forwarding a little bit through the setup, We are going straight into round 3 with a level 1 draws on both sides, kind of reminiscent of the previous game. So for both of us, Omega's trying to build towards our triple, and we're trying to build towards our triple Gaia Supreme to bounce away any pesky Omega level 3s. So here we're going for a scene search. You always want to make sure you have enough level 2s to build towards triples or set up some Agul blades. So never a bad choice to get a level 2. I think in this setup, I likely had a lot of draw already. Otherwise, taking a level 1 Agul is always a fine choice to make sure you're getting enough draw to lock in that level 1 triple lane. So I think with this, Dando still has lead, and we are going into turn 2. So really by turn 3, your ideal setup is that Gaia Supreme triple R. So I think the Omega matchup is honestly one of the trickier ones for Gaia Ghoul. The new level 2 Gaia does help quite a bit, as it will against all decks, but you always have to watch out for those BP grade ups. With any deck that's able to apply multiple cross lane BP grade ups, I found that if you're not able to set up your solid triples in time for Gaia, you can definitely have a rough time where you have some weak lanes. I think so with this, yeah, we already had a level 1 draw, so we're sticking with 1 Agul. Don't need too many of those, and a scene search. So with this, we're in a tricky spot. Our level 2 is weaker than the Omega level 2. So if we're not able to keep our triple there, even if we bounce both, that turns into a losing lane. But hopefully with the additional Agul draw, we've built up enough combos to set ourselves up for a solid turn. So with this, Omega is set up for multiple triples, so we will have to be careful. Dando has the option to put a triple R level 3 Omega into multiple different lanes, and did take lead by playing their 1-2 double. So I think with here, Omega's going to do their scene search and their level 2 on the left, the reveal 4, and get plus 1k for a kaiju. So they have the plus 1000, pretty solid lead, and we'll just set ourselves up for our own scene search. And did not hit the scene, so we'll have to make sure that we're able to basically stay in the game. And yeah, with this, I will say playing Gaia Ghoul has been a lot of fun so far. You'll have to see the rest of the games to see the ultimate showing. And while I don't think luck was on my side for all of the matches, any game where you're able to get that starting hand like the previous round 2 with against Omega, it's pretty wild that nothing your opponent can do can really hold up against it. So it feels a bit of a high roll deck sometimes, though I think with just the right Gaia setup and play, you can help fix that with some better consistency. So while I've enjoyed the level 3 that lets you draw when you have lead, I do think there are still some other Gaia combos that will let you get some extra cards in your hand and help you set up for strong plays. So it's definitely a deck that needs a lot of practice and thinking through. It's very easy to also just accidentally bounce cards that you don't want into your hand and then ending up losing the matches. So I think with this, we're ready for turn 3, and Dando has a lead still. And we're deciding what cards to play. So something we're looking for here is, besides our triple in lane 1, what are things we can do with the Aguls? So our level 2 Aguls will either always let us do some kind of bounce and potentially get more resources if we're playing the BP2 Agul that lets you draw 2 cards and put 1 back on the bottom when you do that bounce. Another Agul that we've used in this deck that you have a couple different options for Agul, but is this level 3 Agul that when you do a bounce, you get to give plus 2000 to your Gaia and another plus 2000 to an Agul. It does require quite a bit of setup because you do have to bounce the top card of a triple. But by doing so, you pretty much made this card a 14k a double, and you're able to hit 19k on some of your guys, which can be really important when we're playing in this meta where you're going to have 17k kaijus everywhere, 17, 18k triggers, trigger darks. So that plus 2000 will be very helpful for building your triples. I think the only downside is that you will also lose a triple in the process of doing so unless you're playing your amazing new Gaia triple R. Because if you read this effect, this would put a top card of a triple back in your hand, but then let you play it. So this is pretty much the best combo to build a lot of things around. So I think with this, we've seen that Omega is only leveling up their first lane, gives us a guaranteed chance at survival. And we're going to bounce their card and then set up another level 2. So with this, we do play the Gaia Supreme in lane 1. Bouncing it back to a single never hurts, and we'll be able to get the card back by playing this level 2 Agul. So this Agul is another great way to do a single bounce. So you can definitely always have bounces available for your future turn combos. However, because this is a single, I will have to discard a card. So here we discard an Agul Blade, but it's definitely worth it because now we have another turn of a Gaia triple R bounce, which at this point guarantees that we'll be able to win lane 1. And now we'll need to think about how we win lane 3, 4, or even lane 2. So going into our final turn here, turn 4, we have level ups from Dando in lane 1 and in lane 4, I believe. And with this, yep, we're going to meet an equal response and level up our lanes 1, 3, and 4, and use this to hopefully win all these lanes. So when we reveal, we do have an Agul Blade. This will get us to 17k in that new lane. Will also help us do our Gaia bounce for the level 3 in lane 1. And just like we're discussing with that level 3 Agul, we'll have an additional 2000 to work with across all these lanes. And yes, with this Agul Blade here. So this is definitely a really nice card to have in any Gaia deck. With this, you're able to get itself to a 17k on demand or for that turn. So pretty solid. So the opponent does play the Valganus. However, since they don't have an Omega triple, we won't be able to see the BP grade down effect here. But yeah, with this, we bounce the lane 1 card to make sure we win with the double against our single. Our Agul is now going to get that extra bump because we had that level 3 go into hand. And we have our Agul Blade, which is now at a nice 17. And with an additional 2k in lane 1, this should be the end of the match. We've hit 11k in lane 1, 14k against their 9k in lane 3, and 17 against 13 in lane 4. So with this, we were able to take the win. Gaia Agul off to a great start. Still a little dicey in some of these games, but these are the games you'd like to see where you have access to your bounce combos and a healthy number of BP grade ups. So I hope everyone enjoyed this and this new format of doing some Galaxy Cup commentaries. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to do round 2 of the March Galaxy Cup at Wildcard Cyclone. Thank you.